The mind harbors numerous desires. I wish to get this department. I want to become a great person. May I be blessed with resources, become prosperous, and receive admiration from others. I have enough money. I could do whatever I want. The methods and forms it takes will appear very beautiful. I have a lot of money. I will donate it. I could establish numerous centers, create various museums, and who knows what else I could accomplish. When money enters the equation, the mental state of a person can differ significantly. Not everyone reacts the same way. Those who get trapped in the endless pursuit of 99 will never find contentment at 100. Once they reach 99, their goal shifts to 101, and they remain forever caught in this never-ending cycle. In that state, he is not someone who worships Narayan, but rather he is someone who worships the deity of cash, also known as Cash Narayan. He is a follower of Cash Narayan, and thus he can never truly become a devotee of Narayan. So what is it? It is essential to be mindful of all these matters, as there will be numerous positive outcomes. We have one desire. Our only desire is, as long as our desires are not fully concentrated, a swarm of desires will relentlessly pursue us in large numbers. We are constantly carrying the heavy burden of our desires, always contemplating what we want and wishing for various things to happen. No one wants to marry, but they say they need a child. Who will take care of things later? Who will I give my property to? I need an heir. Only then will I remain pure. Until now, I have not remained pure. When a child was born and it turned out to be a girl, he felt the need to have a boy as well, reasoning that the girl would feel lonely without a sibling, and thus insisted on having another child. So they decided to have another child, and this time they were blessed with another baby girl. Therefore, the desires that humans have are often never fully satisfied. Anyone who harbors such desires will find themselves lost. As we approach the final moments of this lifetime, we should strive for a state where we require nothing and harbor no desires at all. Is there any desire? We have only one desire that encompasses all other desires. They tell the story of a devoted worshipper who would faithfully perform his daily rituals of worship. One day, as he was immersed in his prayers, Lord Vishnu manifested before him and said, "O devoted one, I am immensely pleased with your unwavering devotion. Ask for any blessing that your heart desires, and I shall grant it to you. With a heart full of joy, I wish to bestow a blessing upon you." The devotee replied, No, Lord, I desire nothing. Your presence alone is everything to me." He observed and remarked that the person seemed to be in a rush and might come to regret a hasty decision later on. So he suggested, "It's all right. You don't have to give an answer today. Take your time and think it over, and you can let me know tomorrow." After returning home, he discussed the matter with his wife. On this day, Lord Vishnu himself manifested before me and asked, "What is it that you seek? What is your deepest desire?" He wants to fulfill your wish. So what should you ask for? He advised us to ask for wealth, mentioning that we live in poverty and that having money would allow us to enjoy a comfortable life. He noted that others possess cars, mansions, servants, and gold, and wherever they go, they are treated with respect and honor. But we are ignored by everyone. With money, all of this would change for the better. Recognizing the wisdom in the statement, he decided to seek the counsel of the elders. He turned to his mother and asked, "Mother, what should I ask for?" With a sense of urgency, she responded, "You are still young, and it is important for you to ask for something now, because I am getting old, and I do not know how much longer I will be around. Please let me have the chance to see my grandson with my own eyes." She didn't have any children of her own, so she urged, "Ask for a grandson on my behalf. Remember, I am your mother. I have taken care of you so much and raised you with immense love and affection. Will you not listen to what I am saying? I am advising you to request just one thing, to bless you with a grandson. He mentioned that in a household, if there is no guiding light, it is not an ideal situation, and this is indeed a valid point. Therefore, he approached his father and said, "Father, please offer your wisdom." The poor man was blind, so he responded, "Listen, if you are truly my obedient child and have always followed my guidance, then..." He said, "Why wouldn't I agree?" Then he says, "For my sake you should ask for the vision that blesses my eyes, that I may have the ability to see. My vision becomes clear. May my eyes be healed. Without my eyes my world has ended. I cannot see anything. I am unable to see you, nor can I see anything within the house. So convey this message to him accordingly." When he shared everyone's opinions with each other, it sparked arguments among them. They began to wonder whose advice he would follow, his wife's, his father's, or his mother's. Each one had a different perspective, and this lack of unity only led to more confusion and conflict. The poor man, what could he possibly ask for as a blessing? He was feeling quite sad and was heading towards the temple in a state of distress. While on his way, he encountered a priest who noticed his sorrowful expression and said, "What is the matter, dear devotee? Today you seem particularly sad, and your face looks unusually pale. You usually appear much happier. Although you are diligently going to the temple for worship, why does your face appear so troubled? And why do you seem to be filled with such anxiety? What kind of difficulties are you facing that make you feel this way?" So he said, "This is not a big deal." They say, "How is it not a big deal? These are 3 different things, and if I do not ask for them, he will fight every day and curse me as long as I live. So what should I do?" He said, "Let me tell you, ask for just one thing, and it will make them very happy." He said, "How can that be possible?" "Then tell me what I should ask for." So he advised, "You should say that my father sees his grandson eating from gold and silver dishes, as this would bring him great happiness. If the father is able to see, then his eyes will be healthy, and if there is wealth, then there will be gold and silver utensils as well. Otherwise, from where will they come? And if there is a son, he will eat from those gold and silver utensils. Otherwise, how will the child be there to eat from them? Therefore, if you ask for just one thing, it will encompass all 3, and in this way, all your desires will be fulfilled." Now, what God has revealed to us through the mouth of Shiv Baba, as conveyed by the Brahmin leader Prajapita Brahma, is that this one request will encompass all desires and bring you to a state of complete contentment and unity. No need to ask for anything for 2,500 years. Attaining liberation and salvation is the ultimate aim of our lives. When we transform into divine beings, we inherit the royal fortune of the Golden Age, achieving a state of complete fulfillment. Divine qualities reach their peak. You can call it by any name. When we attain that, we truly attain everything, for it is the divine inheritance bestowed by the Supreme Soul. We attain that state when we receive the divine blessings of God by establishing a deep and meaningful connection with the Father. So, when we have finally attained that divine connection, what else could we possibly need in this world? What is the need? However, as I have mentioned before, the human mind tends to wander, even for those who once proclaimed that finding our Guru was the ultimate accomplishment in their lives. I have witnessed these people change as well. Their gaze transforms, their disposition changes, their actions, their behavior changes. God and the Guru are left on one side. Money becomes their priority, or their attention gets diverted to other things. This leads to the corruption of their yoga. Who is the most foolish of all? Who, even when graced with the presence of the divine, chooses to abandon that grace and chase after the illusions and corruptions of the world. Truly, there can be no greater fool than one who forsakes divine blessings for temporary material desires. There's a saying that when God was handing out wisdom, you were probably in a deep slumber. However, if our desire remains singular and focused on one thing only. Then, and only then, can our mind truly achieve a state of complete concentration. Without maintaining a singular desire, it becomes impossible for our mind to attain that unwavering focus. I am saying that true concentration cannot be achieved unless your desires gradually decrease. Only then will your ability to focus truly begin to increase, and your longing will become so singular that you will desire nothing else. Only the divine love, the love of the Almighty for a year and a half. We must earnestly strive to be seated in the heart of Baba, which Baba refers to as the throne of the heart. Our ultimate goal should be to become such exemplary children that Baba can proudly say, "This is my good child." If God himself were to declare, "This is my good child," then truly, what more could we possibly need in our lives? When the Almighty himself declares, "This is my good child," it becomes imperative for us to strive towards deserving that honor. What other endeavor could be more significant? The Divine Lord, who is intimately familiar with the chronicles of our numerous lifetimes, is also aware of our future. He comprehends our current circumstances, our inner thoughts and actions, and he knows the depth of our purity or lack thereof. Recognizing all of this, the omniscient Lord, who perceives the past, present and future, affirms that this child is virtuous. Does anyone need certificates, degrees, PhDs? Does anyone need a name in the who's who? Absolutely not. Such a blessing will be bestowed upon those who are free from desires. Baba's child will be modest. His hands do not reach out seeking alms, for we have no desires and need nothing. Until this state of mind is achieved, many individuals fall into error by observing others. During the time of the partition, when the nation was divided, we were staying in Delhi. Simultaneously in Delhi, some individuals were busy looting stores. On the road, near the New Delhi railway station, there were several shops that specialized in selling watches. Some of these were stores that specialized in selling various types of jewelry. There were a few motorcycle shops. Some sold radios and TVs. These were all owned by Muslims. The Hindu youths, filled with vigor, began to loot the shops with great enthusiasm. Their intentions became tainted as they engaged in theft. The elders repeatedly cautioned them, saying, "Beware, the police will come and arrest you. What are you doing? Why are you stealing from their shops?" Despite these warnings, the youths ignored the advice and continued their actions. After the high-value stores were thoroughly looted and nearly emptied, the looters turned their attention to bicycle shops. They began targeting items like bicycle tires and other less valuable goods, continuing their spree despite the diminishing quality of available items. At this point, the remaining people began to think, "Others have already stained their hands with actions, and we just stood here watching. Are we fools for not gaining anything from this? Where is the police? Who is coming to intervene? And if they are apprehended, we will be too. The police cannot possibly catch everyone. Let us go and grab something as well." At first their intentions were pure, but over time they became corrupted. Upon observing this, they went ahead and brought back items that were of a secondary or lesser grade. Then, as the elders were advising everyone, even the well-educated and intelligent individuals from affluent families couldn't understand how their minds had become so bewildered. They would say to one another, "Brother, why are you just standing there watching this spectacle? Come, let's get involved and see what unfolds." One person explained to another, and then to a third, that there was nothing of value left anymore, as all that remained were the curtains hanging over the doors, the cane chairs, and various other materials, which, although they had some value, were not worth much money in comparison to what had been lost. They were picking those things up and bringing them on their heads. It was so shameful. Their intentions had become corrupt. In the same way, we have observed that there are times when individuals remain exceptionally strong in their determination to uphold honesty and loyalty. We will follow the rules and boundaries. We need nothing. Everything is like dust to us. which is received as the sacrificial grace, which are the two garments that have been given to us by Baba. It's enough. We don't need anything else. He has a nice coat. I should have one like that too. They have fine boots. I wish to have the same. The boot from last year, which I had carefully stored, is still in good condition. There are some individuals who have received divine blessings, and we must recognize that what we get through Baba's grace is truly a sacred gift from God. This divine gift is filled with power. It enhances our well-being, and it significantly uplifts our future. However, when they witness others thriving and observe the grandeur in their lives, how they amass wealth and are invited to important gatherings where their opinions are highly valued, how they hold significant influence and power and so forth, their eyes open and they think, we should also do something. It was said that the name of Ram should be embraced, and if you can, embrace it. However, instead of embracing the name of Ram, people are embracing other things. If you can, embrace them too. Therefore, it is crucial for us to always keep this in mind and concentrate our mental energies. We harbor no other desires. When you own something and someone offers you an extra unnecessary item or even insists you take it, it is best to pass it on to someone who truly needs it. You do not need it, so why are you holding on to it? The cycle of safeguarding So as Baba has taught, mere awareness of desires won't help our minds to detach from worldly attachments. Until we achieve this detachment, true focus cannot be attained.